What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today, we're back with the 1957 Chevrolet Belair. Today, I got some goodies for it. Some stuff I'm probably going to do off camera because it's boring. Like, I already did this, this seal for the hood. This is a brand new rubber seal. I did the seal on this door on camera the last time. I've got another door seal to do and the trunk seal. I don't know how much I'm going to get done in this video, but we got some new parts. Oh, I got to do the J seals too for the doors. I'm probably not going to get all of this done. I got an El Cheapo. I want to know what you guys think about this. I got an El Cheapo Amazon air cleaner to replace the one that's on it. Let's take a look, see what you guys think. This is supposed to replace this. You guys tell me what you think. I don't know. It looked better in the pictures, but honestly, I think I do kind of like it because red car, red air cleaner, I don't know, and some chrome. I think I want to replace the valve covers as well. I want to get the those old school raised letter Chevrolet valve covers, the ones that are kind of orange, like the color of the engine. You know what I mean? Kind of that orangish red color that say Chevrolet on them, and maybe even get one of them for the, I don't think I can, because if you get a round one, it's going to hit, dang it. Yeah, it's going to hit the windshield wiper motor. So we may not be able to do that. I got a couple things in the works with CVF Racing. Just signed a sponsorship agreement with them today for a serpentine belt system that has not been released to the public yet. I can't really talk about it yet, but it's going to be super cool. They're providing me with a complete serpentine belt kit with a new water pump, I think new alternator, new power steering pump, and a air compressor. And I'm also in negotiations with Vintage Air right now to maybe potentially get some AC in this car too. So we got a long way to go with this car. There's a lot more to do, but we're going to do some of the simple things that we can do right now, especially with it being so hot outside, trying to do as much as we can in the shop. So I have currently an Edelbrock 1406 on this engine, and it's a little older, and you know, it falls on its face when you slam on the gas. Probably not that big a deal, easy to fix, but there is a newer generation carburetor out, and this is it, the Edelbrock ABS2. This is a 1906. The reason I decided to stick with Edelbrock, well, number one, there are no gaskets below the fuel line on this, so you should not have any fuel leaks on this carburetor. You notice it's just this top piece right here. Everything below is solid. You should have no leaks, no gas leaks, super reliable, easy to work on, and the best part for me, it's already got all the same connections that this carb has. So I should be able to just unhook everything from here, hook it onto this one, plug it right in. Now this one has what's called, I think they're called annular boosters. It's going to be hard to see, but down in here, you see those back ones there, you see the brass in there, those just kind of dump fuel, right? Just kind of dumps it right down. Well, that's how a traditional carburetor works. This one, in each side, you'll see a ring in there. Well, those are annular boosters. They're round and they have 8 like pinholes all the way around evenly spaced, which helps atomize the fuel before it actually gets into the intake. It's going to give you better throttle response, more reliability, a cleaner burn, just overall a better carburetor than what we currently have. So the goal right now is to get this one off, and look how nasty that air filter is. I do like this kind of aluminum finned look. It's pretty cool. It's also very heavy. Good. Yeah, I ain't joking. This is real. Like whatever this is made of, it feels heavier than aluminum. Golly, that is thick. This is that Chinese chrome. This probably weighs 3 pounds. That probably weighs 10. So weight savings. This should be relatively straightforward and easy to do. No big deal. A couple connections on the side to take off. One for the kickdown cable, one for the throttle. We've got the wires for the choke, and we've got vacuum lines. One is for the transmission. I think that's the full time for the transmission. This one should be timed for the distributor. Oh, look, we got a flamethrower. We got a flamethrower distributor back there. How about that? Ooh, look at this. That needs to be replaced. Look at that cap. That thing is split. We've also got a PCV system here as well. Gonna look into a few things. So hopefully we get the air conditioning, we get the CVF Racing serpentine belt kit, maybe some new valve covers. I'm really thinking about getting rid of these finned aluminums and going with like the raised letter Chevrolets. It's the same color as the engine. You know, obviously engine needs to be cleaned up a little bit before we go putting all this in here. But I think that'd be real nice, kind of that orangish red color with the Chevrolet on top of them. I think that'd be nice. I don't know, you guys tell me what you think. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start taking this carburetor apart and getting ready to swap in the new one. And I also went and spent the extra money on this little riser, this little spacer here. Believe it or not, this little spacer is from Edelbrock, and it's designed to help keep the carburetor cool, the fuel in the carburetor cool, so you don't end up with your carburetor boiling gasoline. You don't want that. So let me get into this, guys, and let's get this old carburetor off this beautiful 327. Now, one of the great things that I love about carbureted engines is the simplicity of it all, guys. I know everybody wants fuel injection, everybody wants an LS, but you know, you start adding a lot of things like sensors, cam sensors, crank sensors, temperature sensors, fuel pressure regulator sensors. I mean, you start getting into these fuel injected things and it becomes quite complicated and you got a lot of extra parts. See, with a carbureted engine, you know, worst case scenario, and remember, these carburetors are easy to work on. You can rebuild one of these, you know, in your spare time, no issue. But let's say you just got to get another carburetor. Guys, you're able to walk into a parts store. I was able to walk into AutoZone and pull this off their shelf. All right, yes, it was $460, but think about if you had to troubleshoot, diagnose an entire fuel system on a multi-port fuel-injected engine or a sequential fuel-injected engine. You know, you've got 8 fuel injectors, and you've got all the sensors, all the things associated with it. And on top of that, a high-pressure pump. Remember, fuel injection typically requires between 40 and 60 PSI to run. You know, these things operate on like 3 to 4 PSI, generally speaking, sometimes up to 6. But that's it. And worst case scenario, you know, it's like, oh no, my fuel system is totally screwed. Let me show you how hard it is to fix this. Your fuel system is broken. Voila. There you go. All right. Are we happy? And just like that, you've got a brand new fuel system. You know, I mean, come on, guys. Can we at least agree that carbureted is way simpler than fuel injection? So we're back, and I think it's about time to start this thing up. For me, it's been an entire day, and I feel like I didn't get hardly anything done today, but hopefully we get this car back to running. I've got the carburetor tightened up. We've got new bolts on it. We've got all the fuel lines tightened down. Vacuum lines are connected. Throttle's connected, and I moved my plug wires out of the way. So I think if we give this thing a few cranks, she should fire back to life, and hopefully it's got a nice, smooth idle and smooth throttle. Let's see what happens here. Knowing my luck, it ain't gonna run anymore. There it is. That didn't take long, did it? Oh, listen to that. So smooth. Oh, it hesitated. Well, the choke is probably still closed. Hold on. That choke should open up pretty quick. Electric choke. She'll get there. Car is ice cold. It's probably about 68 degrees in here right now. She runs good. She runs real good. As you can see, it's 9:30 at night. Give that throttle a minute to open up. Man, it's a good running car. Come back to the exhaust. Listen to that. What is this? Is that a wasp? I don't know what that is. All right, let's see. There it is. There's those secondaries. There it is. Yeah. The car's like, hey man, I'm cold. What are we doing here? Listen to that true dual exhaust, no crossover pipes. Each exhaust pipe goes straight to that side of the engine. Doesn't she sound good? I like where the idle's sitting at. Sounds nice. Probably wouldn't hurt to throw some plugs and some plug wires in the old girl. I'm not gonna let her run too long because you can probably see it's already fogging up in here pretty good, guys. I'm gonna die of carbon monoxide poisoning. And let's see how it, no dieseling, and nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. All right. Oh my God, wow. I'm already lightheaded. That didn't take long at all, did it? Whoo! All right, so that should leave us with installing this little gasket right here, I think. If I can get it out of this little cardboard or whatever gasket here. Throw that on top. Look for leaks. Don't see any. Everything looks like it's hanging on like it's supposed to. Perfect. Now, the question is this piece going to fit or not? I'm hoping that it just sits right on top of the carburetor and we can call it a day. This is one of those adjustable ones. All right, it's kind of cool. The question is which side goes in? I'm assuming it's this end that goes into the carburetor. So let's see if we can get this in here. Well, that did not seem to go in there very good. Maybe try this end. That's not going in there either. Huh. All right, let's forego that. Carburetor came with a new one. This is probably one that you have to cut down to size. Let's see if this will fit. Let's try this out. How low will it go? There it is. Yeah, get that down in there. And with any luck, this will fit real nice without having to do any cutting. But if we gotta cut, we gotta cut. Let's see how she fits. And you guys can tell me what you think. Whew. I am getting... See, it does look like it just sits right on top, doesn't it? Oh, there's not enough room. Well, that's how it's going to sit anyway, guys. You tell me. I think it looks good. But if you try... You could turn it around. I guess we could turn it that way. Which way do you guys think looks best? This way? Or sideways like this? I kind of like it like this. I'm going to fiddle around with this a little bit, guys, and see if I can get it to go on any better. All right, guys, I think I got it. Tell me what you think. Do you like it? Now, again, I'm going to try to go with those orange valve covers. I think that orangish red match the engine is going to look really good. Same thing with the vents. And I don't know, we may change that also. But like I said before, getting a round one in there could be a problem because I think it's going to hit... I'm certain a round one's going to hit that wiper motor. So, where's the keys? I want to fire it up one more time now they got the doors open. This place is somewhat aired out. I'm telling you, I got lightheaded fast in here, man. This car must, it must be pretty bad. Sounds so good, though. There we go. All right, she seems to be happy. That's what I love about old school carburetors, man. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey. Oh, great. See, fixed. Old school cars. It's like an old TV. If you're from back in the day, you'll remember when your TV started acting up, you just gave it a little smack, and she was right back again, man. That's how appliances used to be. Let's make sure all this stuff is still working. I never did swap out those rear brake lights for the new ones. I still have the new ones sitting, well, one is right here out of the package, and the other one is still in the box. So I do need to get to that at some point. We're getting there, guys. I'm probably going to close this video out for today. Not to worry, we're going to come right back in this video. I just got to get out of here. I got to get home. We're going to put the weather stripping on, probably put the trunk weather stripping on as well. And then I think we're going to call it a wrap. I'm going to let this thing kind of sit here and run for a little bit. And I'm going to consider maybe getting some spark plugs and some plug wires and things of that nature for the old girl. I think that would help her run a whole lot better. So getting back to the 57, it's been a few days for me, guys, and I kind of forgot where we left off. And every time I walk in, I see this Viper sitting here, and it freaking kills me to see this car just sitting here. This is the reason I got rid of the last Viper. And I went and bought another one, making the exact same mistake a second time when my fiance told me don't do it. She said, you got rid of the last one because it's impractical, and you never drove it. And I was like, but I'm going to drive this one. No, I'm not going to drive it. It's going to sit here, and it's never going to go anywhere. And I keep saying that I'm going to sell it. Every video, I'm like, I'm going to sell the Viper. I'm going to sell the Viper. Guess what hasn't happened yet? I ain't sold the Viper. I haven't even listed the Viper. I made no attempt to sell the Viper at all, mainly because I just like walking in and seeing it here. I know it's a bad reason to keep a car, but I really enjoy just seeing it sitting here. All right. We're going to get on these J seals and then the weather stripping in the trunk. Man, these door panels are killing me. Look how bad these look. They're so warped. You know what I mean? I mean, this is all cardboard underneath, so if this has ever gotten wet, that's probably the reason for it. Heat and moisture. These door panels are just, they're in really bad shape. So is this this door pull right here. Now, thankfully, this is not a big deal, guys. This is like as it's cardboard, a little bit of material. This is not a big deal. In fact, I have found an entire set that I might end up getting for this car for about 800 bucks. It's both front door panels. It's also the rear panels as well. And it's the, what do you call this? The shelf? The parcel shelf or whatever in the back seat. Comes with a new one of those too. And I think it'll look really good. I'm just not quite ready to drop $800 on it yet. It's good enough to drive and enjoy exactly the way it is. Now, before I get started on the J seals, I'm opening the hood for a reason. I got some great news today, guys. I just spoke to CVF Racing and to Vintage Air Conditioning, and those two are working together to sponsor us this setup, guys. We got it. We closed the deal on both of them. So Vintage Air Conditioning is going to send me an entire air conditioning system for this car, and CVF Racing is going to be sending us the entire new serpentine belt system that is not even released yet. It's not available to the public yet. So I'll be the first, if one of the first, if not the first person to be able to install and show you guys their new serpentine belt setup. So it's coming, guys. Air conditioning, a new serpentine setup, then I can go get the windows tinted, and at that point, I'm ready to start really enjoying this car, man. Again, weather stripping, though. Weather stripping is very, very important. These are what they call the J seals. I've had a lot of people tell me these are a major pain to get installed. I guess we're going to find out. I don't see it, though, guys. Let me show you. You've got a couple holes where I guess you put these little clips in each one, all right? This one, though, this one actually has a clip up top here, too, and these do not. I mean, there's no, even in the light, you can see there's nowhere that this was intended to have a clip, so maybe I'll go ahead and poke a hole in it. I think it just helps keep it in place, but we got to get these off, so we're going to pop these clips out. There's one there. There's a couple back here. This J-seal runs all the way back. Let me see if I can get you all the way back there, guys. But it runs all the way back to the other weather stripping. And then you can see there's a clip here and a clip here. So you pull those two out, pull this one out, and then take this off. We should be able to clean all this silicone off with alcohol and stuff. Really want to clean this off, and I'll probably put some weather strip adhesive down here. Everyone's like, those J-seals are a major pain to install. I'm like, I don't think so, guys. You want to know what was a major pain to install? This one. This was kind of a bear, guys. But we got it done. We also have to do the other side as well. So let me jump in here. Let's pop this old J-seal out, clean everything up, and hopefully we can get a new one in like that. And just like that, it's all. That came out super easy, guys. All of this mess down here, though, if you're wondering, how do you clean all of this up? Honestly, watch this, guys. If I just take my finger and kind of rub it, look at this. it literally, most of it comes off. Some of it is really stuck on there, but I mean, most of this you can just kind of rub your fingers down and get it off without using a wire brush and damaging the paint or anything like that. Most of this is just really loose and it's ready to come right off. For the stuff that's stuck a little bit thicker, like right here, alcohol. Get you a rag and douse it in like 91 or 92% isopropyl alcohol, and just kind of soak it on there and then give it a gentle rub. And the majority of this, look at this, look at this coming off in chunks down here. See, just got to kind of rub it, just rub it off, you know, rub it out. Yeah, you got a dirty mind. Anyway, I'm gonna continue rubbing this off for a while. Hopefully we can get all of this out of here, and we'll go back on with some much better adhesive that's going to make sure this J-seal doesn't ever fail like that. Again, I've already compared the old one to the new one. You can clearly see, here is the old one. And I mean, it's still pliable, but it's really flimsy. I mean, this is a really flimsy J-seal. This one is made of much thicker material. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this one is a whole lot better. So here's the old one, here's the new one. I guess these may be, I may have the wrong side here, but if you take a look, they match up pretty much perfectly. So I have no doubt that these are gonna work just fine. So now I understand why so many people said the J-seals were a major pain. I couldn't figure it out, man. I can't tell you how many times I have applied that 3M Bond stuff that I have to the J-seals. It doesn't work. Guys, this does not work. So if you're ever doing this, if somebody ever happens to come across this video, do not bother using the 3M Advanced Quick Dry Adhesive. It will not bond to the J-seal. But let me tell you what it does bond to. It bonds great to the paint. And once it does, you're going to find yourself having a ton of fun using, you know, abrasive brushes. This is one of those like copper brushes, brother. It's the least abrasive brush I have. I did this twice with the same results. I couldn't figure it out. So I jumped on Google, and you know what Google said? Google is great, guys. Let me put the lid on this real quick before bad things happen. Google says use super glue. Do not use that weather strip adhesive. Do not use any of these adhesive things because they don't work. If I had only read Google before I had started this. So what's the purpose of the J-seal? I didn't know that either. I just figured it out after using super glue. By the way, it worked great, except you should probably wear gloves because now I've glued my fingers together. My fingernails are stuck. But the purpose of this J-seal is there's a drip pan right here, or drip pan. It's a drip rail right here, and you'll notice it follows this J-seal. Well, wind and rain will come through here and drain into this J-seal. And the purpose of this is, you see me pouring all this water here. This is all I got. Take a look down here towards the bottom of the J-seal. Let me get you a little more light. There is a hole. It's probably difficult to see. I think you can see it right there. It is. There it is. There's a hole down there, guys. And that hole actually takes the water from the J-seal and dumps it out the bottom of the door. So I'm going to spray this with water at the very top. And this is just to make sure that it's working and it's not leaking all over the place. Okay, you'll see it all going down there. See it running? And here's the important thing. Is it running down the door? No, it is not. It is running out the bottom of the door where the drain hole is, as intended. So I've learned a very valuable lesson. The J-seals need to be super glued. Super simple. If I had done that I've probably spent the last hour holding, like I tried my best, I put pressure everywhere I could on it, holding it on while that 3M adhesive drive, only to find out as soon as I let go of the J-strip, the J-seal, as soon as I let go, it just started peeling right off, but it was stuck. I mean, stuck to the paint. I still have to do this seal, this one right here. This is not super difficult, kind of a pain, but not that bad. I got to do the J-seal on this side, and I decided that for tonight, I'm not messing with the trunk seal. It's just going to have to be good enough. What I'll do is I'll run this thing through a car wash, and I'll see if it leaks. If it does, then that may be something I need to address. I've got the new seal, so I can put it on. It's just, it looks like somebody glued this on, and I don't think... yeah, see, this thing is on there, man. I don't think it's glued all the way around. Oh boy, yeah, all the way around the back. This one is probably going to be the biggest bear of them all. But there it is. The J-seal is installed. You can see it's nice and tight. It adhered nicely. I cleaned up the paint and everything, so we should be good to go. I'm going to tackle that other side off camera. We're going to get this knocked out because it's after 9 o'clock at night. I'm ready to go home, but I wanted to show you guys something. I made a little bit of an upgrade to the shop here. Oh, it rained. That's nice. We got some new cars out here too that were just delivered today. But anyway, take a look at the new lighting. I just installed this on the shop. I did this yesterday. Took quite a while. The shop's pretty tall, guys, so I needed a really tall ladder to get up there. But now, at night, you know, it's nice and dark out here. You can actually see the front of the shop. It illuminates the doors really nicely. Kind of like some nice accent lighting. Not super bright, but bright enough. If I need to get a car in or out, I can see easily. But, you know, I went a step further than that. And I did this too, so that when you're walking in and out at night, you can easily see everything back here. I hung that one pretty high so we get a nice path so I can see when I'm walking into the house at night. Now, I've got the brightness turned down significantly. These are dusk to dawn. They come on automatically and they're solar powered, which means it doesn't cost me any electricity at all. I got these on Amazon and they really weren't very expensive. Take a look at that. I mean, that just, it illuminates so much of the backyard now. You can see so much more and I can clearly see where my pathways are to get in and out of the house. Of course, I've got one back here too. And the solar panels are just kind of hanging out on top up there. They have remote controls too. So if you don't like the lights on, say you want to have a bonfire, well, look at this. I've got one over here on this side of the house too. And look how well it illuminates out there. The fire pit is literally right there. I can actually see. So if I needed to carry firewood or something, I can get that stuff over here. Also, when I want to hook up my trailers, I have light out here to see a lot better at night, and all solar powered. So if you're wanting to have like a romantic evening or something, you don't want that light bothering you, super easy, hit the remote control, turn it off, and off it goes. I also put one up here as well. Unfortunately, the bus is blocking most of that light. So now I'll be able to see further. Oh, Cadillac. Yeah, you guys didn't see that one, did you? Anyway, I wanted to show off my new lights, guys. I'm going to get back out into the shop and I'm going to knock out this door seal and the J seal, and then I am going to go home. All right, guys. Well, I've tested both of the J seals out and they seem to be holding just fine. The water comes out the bottom like it's supposed to. So we have all new weather stripping on our doors. The driver's side was a lot easier because I'd already done it on the passenger side. So I knew exactly what I was getting into. I knew what I was doing. Now look how stiff the seals are on this side. When you push the door handle, the door pops open. Like, look at this. I mean, it literally pops open. So brand new weather stripping all the way on this side. I tested the J seal out on this side as well. And that super glue was the ticket, man. That's the way it's got to be done. Still closes nice. We ought to start this thing up though. It's been a while. Unfortunately, I didn't want to take this car out. Oklahoma's gotten to the point where we're getting some crazy weather now, guys. It was 104, 106 degrees, and now it's dropping down to the 80s for the high, and we got storms. So I didn't want to take it out, especially with the weather stripping leaking. Off camera, I also did the weather stripping on the hood. I took all this off, and I don't know. This is how it was when I took it off, except the other one was super brittle and it was breaking apart. So I guess I did this right. If anybody, I didn't put any like adhesive on the bottom. So, I mean, it is a little loose. You see what I mean? It moves around, but I mean, the other one was exactly the same way. So I can only assume that that's the way it's supposed to be. Old air cleaner. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Probably going to get rid of the old valve covers too and kind of redecorate the engine bay a little bit. Trunk seal. I don't want to. I really don't want to. But I got a feeling we're probably going to need to, right? We did all the other weather stripping. We might as well finish it. There's one more thing that I got over here, and this is one that I might need y'all's help on. So this is that bullet style speedometer drive gear thingy-labob, right? I got this on Amazon. Comes with all of the different colors and sizes of gears. Some of these have a lot of gears. And then there's other ones that don't have many at all. I don't know exactly which ones are which. And maybe they're all color-coded. Maybe that's the point, to having all these different colors. But here's where I'm at, guys. And maybe somebody out there has got some experience. And maybe these colors mean something. My speedometer, I thought, was right. I was wrong. My speedometer went from 15 miles an hour off to 10 miles an hour off. So if any of you might be able to give me an idea of which color gear I might be needing to adjust this for 10 miles an hour off, and it's 10 miles an hour too fast. So if I'm going 70, it says I'm going 80. All right, so I need to slow the speedometer down by 10 miles an hour. In my head, I'm thinking like with tires, the smaller the tire, the faster it goes. So I'm thinking we need to have bigger gears, which would be what we would need to add gears, right? Like something like this. Look how many gears this one has. I mean, teeth. This one has. There's a lot there compared to one like this, or I think this brown one may even have less. You know, if you compare the two side by side, look at the difference. So I'm thinking I need to go up to bigger gears, like more teeth. I could be totally wrong. Somebody help me out though. Let's fire this thing up real quick. Turn on the lights. I still haven't got around to changing those rear tail lights. We got plenty of time though before Power Tour. Let's turn this off before, oh, there's my insurance. Let's turn this all the way down. We got plenty of time before Power Tour 2025. So, I mean, I'm not in any hurry to finish this car. She's going to be cold because of the cooler weather. My air conditioners are keeping this place about 68 degrees. Now, I've been in and out of the shop for the majority of the night here. And you can see it is 66? 66 degrees. And guys, I don't even have this air conditioner on. This one's turned off. And it is 66 degrees in here. This is the only AC unit that I've got running, and it's doing a phenomenal job. So it is a little chilly in here. How about those lights, huh? I'm still just sold on the way this car looks. You get the tinted windows, and I think it's just gonna make this car look so much better. And of course, the air conditioning, the serpentine belt setup. Boy, whew, that damn tail light. I'm gonna have to get back here and replace them. If you tap on it, there it goes. It comes back every time, and it'll be fine until like you shut the lights off or you hit a really good bump. I mean, yeah, see, we're gonna have to replace those. I tried not to, but we're gonna have to, golly. Boy, this thing will just, woo! It'll choke you out of the garage in a heartbeat. I just want to fire it up, get it running. Probably gonna go ahead and change the spark plugs on this. Plug wires, I don't know. I may go ahead and leave them. I doubt there's anything wrong with them. But I think this thing is going to be in for a huge upgrade here soon with the new serpentine belt setup and the vintage air conditioning and some tinted windows. Listen to that. She stumbled a little bit there. Keep in mind, guys, she is ice cold. This car is ice cold. Now it's going to be, oh, wow, look at that. Yeah, I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. Guys, I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. We got a lot done. Took me several days to do it, but I'm happy. Man, listen, if you were to, look at all that smoke. If you were to pick one of these cars, if you were to take one of these home tonight, and I don't know that I will, but if you're going to take one home, which is it? Are you guys going to drive the Viper home? Or are you going to drive the 57 home? I can't, it's hard to decide, which is why I really need to sell the Viper. That way I don't have to decide. I kind of want to drive the Viper home because that car's just been sitting here, not moving, not even being started forever, because all my attention has been focused on this car. So before I die of carbon monoxide poison, I better get out of here, guys. I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to watch my videos. I truly appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.